April 12th. Welcome back to the vlog. So I think at some point in my vlogging history, there's a lot of vlogs, I told you guys that my mom started teaching me to read when I was 3. We used to spend our quiet time in the mornings together, and she would teach me my letters and my numbers and how to make simple words and you know, as I progressed, how to make more complicated words. And you know, by the time I was 4, I was able to read to myself. I didn't really like to, but I could. And by 5, I was into the chapter books, I think. I know that I was reading chapter books by 1st grade. I don't remember if it happened after my 6th birthday or not. But by 1st grade, I could read chapter books to myself. And the reason that I could read chapter books to myself that early is because of Beverly Cleary. My mom had been reading me Ramona the Brave every night before bed, and she purposefully stopped in the middle of a chapter and wouldn't tell me what was going to happen. And, you know, my younger child self, and even now, I'm a little bit indignant about this because, you know, most curious person ever, someday it's going to kill me. But, you know, God, I just wanted to find out what was going to happen, and I didn't want to wait until the next night's story time. And so the next afternoon, I decided, you know what, I'm not waiting, and I picked up the book and I started reading it to myself, which was a very special moment both for me and my mom, because my mom was really excited that I was finally reading chapter books, because I had a really hard time making the transition from, like, piling up a bunch of Berenstain Bear books and reading them to myself, and actually reading the longer and more complicated stories that you could have with a chapter book. It's just, for some reason, that much text intimidated me. Sometimes it still does. So that was a really big moment for both of us. Me realizing that I could read through a chapter book all by myself, and my mom probably feeling like, holy God, it took her long enough, now I don't have to read this to her, this is amazing. And you know, because it's a moment of pride when you find out that your child is a reader. And part of what kept me reading and getting into chapter books were the rest of the books in the Ramona series. And the reason that I am telling you about this is because today is Beverly Cleary's 96th birthday. Living to 96 is a feat in and of itself, but Beverly Cleary has turned more kids into readers than any of us will ever be able to count. And so I wanted to take today's vlog to say happy birthday to Beverly Cleary and to say thank you for helping to turn me into a reader. Because without Ramona, who knows what would have happened if I hadn't found Ramona, who I quite identified with, even now. So I can't say identified. I quite identify with Ramona, even at almost 34. And if you haven't read any of the Ramona books, or the Ralph books, or Ellen Tibbetts, or anything by Beverly Cleary, this must be corrected. Go to your local library, check out as many Beverly Cleary books as you can find, and sit down and read them, because they will change your life for the better. Because she's just that good of a writer. There are so many good characters, and I just love them all so much. This makes me want to go out to Grant Park here in Portland and, like, take pictures of the Ramona and the Ribsy and the Henry statues that are out there. So, okay, I am at 3:30. I've told a good story. We wished happy birthday to Beverly Cleary, so now I'm going to go because, you know, you guys need to get to the library and get reading. So I will be back on Tuesday. Have a really great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in a few days. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.